Okay, so this is a short video on using basic functions within web.AutoCAD. All the menus are on the left hand side for draw, annotate and modify. So if I draw a straight line, click, drag, and I can put in a distance. If I press tab, it gives me the option to change the angle of the line. I'm going to leave it at 0 in this instance, and then I'm going to right click, repeat last command, and then pick the end point and go straight up, and I'm going to go up 60. Right click, confirm. Again, a lot of the commands are down the left hand side, so if I go to modify, my offset function is down on the bottom left, modify and offset, so then I can click on the vertical line and I'm going to offset it 25 millimeters. I'm then going to confirm. I can right click, repeat last command, so again it will go back to the offset function, and I can then click on through, and I'm going to select that horizontal line and scroll, take it up. I'm going to go up 18, and then I'm going to go back to draw line, and I'm going to go endpoint to endpoint there. Now trim and extend both live under the modify function. Copy, trim, extend, mirror and stretch. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a circle. So if I draw a circle on the endpoint there and then go to the endpoint there, right click, repeat last command. I don't want to repeat last command, so I can press escape. This time I'm going to go to line. Now I want to go from this corner. I'm going to go from that corner, and I want to go to the tangent of this circle. At the moment the quadrant is coming up, the center is coming up, but the tangent is coming up, but it's slightly less obvious. So I can zoom in. I can zoom in like that and pick tangent, or if I go down to the bottom right, my object snap is down there, and I can turn off quadrant, which makes it a little easier for me to get the tangent there. Right click, confirm, and then if I do modify and I go to offset that line, and I'm going to offset that 5 millimeters. Press escape, select that vertical line, delete that for now, and then I'm going to go to draw. I'm going to go to line, but I'm going to change my layer to centerline layer, and I'm going to turn on quadrant again. So by turning the quadrant on, that allows me to go from 9 o'clock to 3 o'clock. Right click, confirm. Right click, repeat last command, and I'm going to go from 12 o'clock down to 6 o'clock if you're using a traditional timepiece. Well, not so traditional that you've got a sundial, but anyway. So at the moment the line type scale is a little bit small, so if I select those two lines and I go to properties, and then I can go to line type scale there. If I put in 1.5, I can see a difference, I can see a slight difference. So if I put in 5 there, I'll see a bigger difference. There you go, so that's more appropriate. And then to go to dimension, if I go to layers again, so that I'm putting the dimensions onto the correct layer, I can then go to annotate, go to dimension, and if I go from endpoint, and if I go to this endpoint here, then it will automatically give me a dimension which is in line. So it's effectively making a triangle, which is effectively dimensioning the hypotenuse, which is not what I want. So I'm going to go up and above the dimension, so it depends on where my cursor goes. So if I come back down, I get an aligned dimension. That one's parallel to the vertical line, and then if I come back down here, I get a horizontal dimension. So I'm going to go up a little bit further and click there. Now I can then also go to dimension. I just need for it to keep up, and if I click on, if I put my cursor near the circle, I get an automatic diameter symbol, and that is fine. If I want to put a degrees on, or I want to put a little bit of text on, if I click on the text and I go to properties, on the left hand side I have text override, so I could put in 60% P and then 0.25, shall we say. So I'm doing 60% P, 0.25, press enter, and then that comes up into 60 plus or minus 0.25, which is a common thing to do in full version of AutoCAD, but you can do it in here. So hopefully that gives you some ideas of the basic functions within web.AutoCAD and how you can draw using it.